Okay, Norman, we're going to start now. Thank you so much for coming here to celebrate this wonderful Norman's first book, first yoga book, Brightening Our Inner Skies. I'm Maitri Pushpa. I'm delighted to be the book's publisher, its final editor, and Norman's wife. I don't know in that order. So there's a few people Norman's invited to say a few words about Norman and his book. And we'll just start out with, as Joey said, with Joey. Joey will tell you why he's here tonight.
Okay, welcome everybody, and thank you very much for introducing me. I've known Norman for probably about 15 years now, and I've been over him many times over the years. But when I first met Norman, he was a bit of a grumpy bugger. And I really enjoyed the fact that he sent me the book and I was reading it, and I was thinking, God, he's turned into a really cheerful fellow. And there's been some funny stuff along the lines. I think my favourite anecdote when I was reading the book was how he coming home, for those of you, it's a bit of a spoiler, but he's coming home and he sees there's a fire engine and all that, and then there's a fire, he's on the street, he's seeing, there's a fire, and he's thinking, oh, he gets closer, that's my house on fire. And his reaction, calmly, is, I wonder if the cats are all right. And when I read that, I nearly wept, actually. That's quite a beautiful sort of expression of the things that happens when a lot of us have been practicing for quite some time. So, other things that I could introduce. There are so many little anecdotes I've been thinking of this week as I've stood on my head. And most of the time I've been thinking, I'm probably not supposed to say that because it's not the best man's speech. So all the kind of hedonistic stories I'll just quietly spread among you later. For now I'd just like to say congratulations and thank you obviously everybody for coming. And you should definitely buy this book because it's clearly going to be a classic. And I'm not just saying that. He gave me quite strict instructions in a little email. He said, don't say too much kind of, gloopy stuff about how lovely it is, but it is destined to be a classic. And there are some books, I'm sure all of you are well read, like most of us here. Some of these books like Relax and Renew and stuff, it's like they're still on our shelves. And as full-time yoga teachers, we're constantly turning to them. And it's going to be a book that's just like that. Already I've been looking at going, God, I didn't know anything about yin yoga, and now here I am learning this stuff. Turns out they even use props, so with no further ado, we'll pass on to the next person.
Thanks, Joey.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Hi. So I got clear instructions too when I was asked to speak. And one of the things Norman says is, don't compliment me too much. And this is a really hard thing to do because it's such a beautiful book and Norman has given so much of himself in it. So it's hard to talk about it without talking about him. I'm going to try, but I'm probably not going to do very well. Whenever anyone asks me about Norman, the first thing that always comes to me is that he is one of the most incredibly generous people that I know. I can see him looking at me like, no, bad news. But he is incredibly generous, and his work here is an incredibly generous invitation into his life and his practice, and then through that door into our own lives and our own practices. So it's really profound from that perspective. One of the things that is true genius about the book is that it's incredibly comprehensive. And at the same time as being incredibly comprehensive, it's a yoga page turner. And there aren't that many yoga books that you just want to keep reading. And it has both of those things. Even the history and the anatomy sections, you want to keep reading. It's quite amazing. So I agree with Joey. It's going to become a yoga classic. And one of the huge favors I think Norman does is, as I said, he shares of himself. And people refer to going into the darkness to coming out into the light. But he does that with humor and with truth. So I just wanted to read you a bit that I read to my class the other day, because I just thought it was so beautiful and heartfelt and funny at the same time. And so this is one of my favourite parts. At a 2014 retreat, one seemingly trivial intention set was that I say please more and swear less. I make this into a humorous aside, but it was actually had a deep meaning. Edges are consciously easing in how I connect. Another arising on that retreat was late one night, a voice from the deep primitive past. This is my life, and I need to take responsibility and sort out stuff, because ultimately, however much help I might have from teachers, friends, lovers, I have to do it myself. At a retreat in 2012, I was having panic attacks in the imposed silence with a roommate who snored. I was caught in fears of what was happening in my life and what might occur, and not all anxiety is always future-orientated. Just writing a note to the teacher eased the pressure. It was I who took that step to write the note, to call for help. And this is the bit that everyone has to take on board. I do not perceive myself as a good meditator. He's amazing. As I feel that my busy brain is not naturally quiet. I try my best, and I'm sure that I can do more. There is a need to be gentle and nurturing to myself, as I tend towards harsh and active inner criticism. I remember when I was initially teaching yoga, and we would do a short sit at the end, I would say, this mind may get distracted. Now I understand better. This mind will certainly get distracted, and probably pretty quickly. So we need more people who are willing to come out and share their inner journey. And psychologists talk about normalizing things. So I think we should normanize. It's normalization. And a really, really beautiful one, which I'm sure will support every single one of you on a deep, deep journey of transformation.
I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Mia, thank you to Joey, and thank you to everyone being here. I really appreciate you being here. It's great that so many people have come. What do I feel? I feel shy, I feel touched, I feel inspired. I wanted to say, I'm sure some of you know this is an auspicious day. It's Aries supermoon this evening, and a time of firing up our passions, a time of focusing our efforts, and I think it's a great time to be brightening our inner skies. So it's taken me 10 years. There are notes I was making in 2006 about this, and I mentioned this in the book, but it's taken me 10 years. It's been a while, and obviously there have been diversions, many distractions. And it's been a collaborative effort. I want to be very clear about this. This has been a collaborative effort. It would have not been possible without my wife, Maji Pushpa. She's my editor, she's my muse, she's my publisher. She's held my hand. She's held my hand in the inevitable life, peaks and troughs. You know, we think everything's great and then we fall down the stairs. So anything does happen. And Maji Pushpa has been there consistently for me, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Maji Pushpa. Nor would it have been possible without April. Where's April? Hey, April. Not only is April on the front cover, so beautiful front cover with the beautiful April, but it was April that kind of pushed me over the edge, and she was like, come on, get a move on, do this. Otherwise I was just like kind of dithering and, oh, I'll just do something else and do something else. And you got to, so April, it would have not been possible without you, April, so thank you. And again, April, like Maji Pushpa, she's been editing my words, cutting out the ings. As some of you might know, I'm a big fan of ings. And April and Maji Pushpa, they're the red pen, slash. Slash and burn is what Maji Pushpa used to be known as an editor. Thank you, April. And then there are the beautiful photographs from Matt Moran. There's the lovely design from Nilla Weston. There's also something I feel quite proud about. You know, this was printed and bound just within a few miles of here. So thank you to Oz for putting me in touch with Colour Script. And it was bound just down from Tottenham Hale. So I'm really grateful that it's all been done local. And then there are all the people, many people have been commenting and suggesting and critiquing my words. And it is really, honestly, a collective effort. And I'm very grateful to all the times. And I know that there have been sleepless nights. Sleepless nights, no, you can't say that. So thank you. Sorry for causing the sleepless nights. And of course, all the people who have come to my classes over the years. I appreciate your attendance. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate your support. And thank you to all those who've been my teachers from the early 90s to now. Many teachers, and I'm grateful. I've learned from all the teachers. So this collective effort has brought into life my book. I'm appreciative, I'm grateful. You know, for me, as some of you know very well, as I endlessly repeat in classes, you know, it's about, I'm going to mangle French now, joie de vivre. It's about brightening our inner skies, and it's about, ici et maintenant. So practice is about helping us to realise our possibilities. We have enormous potentials, and we're so limited by the stories that we tell ourselves, and it's about seeing these stories. Practice, as far as I'm concerned, is very much about connecting to other. So it's not, I see dangers within the yoga world, as I do mention in my book. I do mention Instagram, and I give a brief nod to Lululemon and Facebook. You know, there can be narcissism. You know, practice is about connecting to other and being conscious of what is here. Practice is about releasing our expectations, because so often the expectations, it closes down. So practice is about releasing our expectations and helping us to be more open in each moment. Practice helps us to know that we can shift our settings. So some of you have seen I have this wonderful t-shirt, again thanks to April and Claire, where it's shift happens. Shift definitely happens, and the point is we can shift our settings. So I've just come off retreat. I was on retreat for the last few days, and I came back yesterday, so it's a good setting for being here. I'm not too excited. I am very excited, but it's like a bit under control. But what came up for me on being on retreat, the kind of two words that came up for me was about calming and about opening. And I think when we have this kind of a foundation of calming and opening, this can help us in consciously engaging, because we are skating on thin ice. So we need to be consciously engaging. You know, these are difficult and challenging times, as I'm sure many of you know. And in these times, we need to approach situations with that sense of calmness. We need to be open to what is actually there, and then we also need to be consciously engaging. You know, these lives are precious. I was at someone's wake last week who was the same age as me. These lives are precarious. You know, very much time limited. Each moment of life is a precious gift. So it's really about, as best as we can, trying to wake up. So thank you for being here. Keep practicing. Remember this calming, the opening, and the conscious engaging. Thank you so much.